Chapter 4, how to dance or how not to dance. So the first thing is, as you're feeling out your partner, you want to dance within your partner's limits. If, let's say, I'm an amateur and I'm dancing in a pro-am and I draw Tess as my pro, I know that I should be able to do literally anything because my pro will be able to handle that. But let's say you're in an intermediate Jack and Jill, you're an intermediate competitor, your partner's an intermediate competitor, you want to feel out what they can do. And as, of course, as the legendary Chuck Brown says, you have a picnic basket, which you can put things in it and take things out. And what that really means is, I'm going to try and spin Tess down the line. Oh, look, it worked. I see that she's spotting, she has body control, and she's slotted. So great. So that means that the next time I do that, I can add complexity to it. Maybe I can bend the slot. Maybe I can present in a different way because I know that she already has one skill set. The main goal is not to start your dance and without knowing your partner at all say, hey, guess what? I want you to spin 50,000 times in place and cranking my partner and dancing outside of her boundaries. So always dance within your partner's limits. The next part of how not to dance is, and this is a very common misconception, you'll hear judging panels say that they want in novice to see basics or just basics, and that of course is not correct. If I were to be doing a sugar push basic, musically and clean, good technique, a left side pass, and a whip, and I'm competing against the French Boogie Woogie champion who's at the same convention, he has no points, he's in novice, and he's doing this sugar push, this pass, and this whip, that guy's going to make finals. So even though judges say they want to see your basics, what they mean is it's a dance competition, so dance your butts off. Don't dance without outside of your own limits or outside of your own partner's limits, which can be sort of tough because you want to express. But for me, if I can't do it 9 out of 10 times in practice, I won't do it on the dance floor. Because that one time is when I'll be seen, and then maybe I don't make finals or I don't place. And then I get really depressed and I get sad. And it's not fair to me. But it is because I should have stuck to my within my own boundaries. Now, with that said, let's talk about sugar pushes. A sugar push takes a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. So usually it's 6 seconds for a sugar push. Judges are looking at you leaders for between 6 seconds and let's say 12 seconds, depending on the size of the competition. So if you do a sugar push, you're asking for that sugar push to be judged against what everyone else is doing. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. That guy's going to make finals, whereas your basic sugar push is not going to show as well, so most likely you won't make finals if that's what the same judge is seeing. If you are going to dance sugar pushes, which is a common thinking step, make sure that your new thinking step is either a side pass or an underarm turn, or you're taking this sugar push and you're adding a shape to it, or you're taking this sugar push and you're adding depth to it, or you're taking this sugar push and you're adding different rotations to it instead of just basics. The only exception I could possibly see in this is newcomer division, where basics are more a priority, but that same Boogie Woogie French champion is going to dance the crap out of that song and he's going to make finals and win. So just remember, it's a dance competition. With that said, when judges are giving their clipboards, they don't care if it's advanced, all-star, novice, intermediate division. They're doing their job. They're looking at the dancers and they're ranking the dancers that they're seeing. So if it's your first time in advanced, the judges don't care, so you shouldn't care. Dance the crap out of that song the same way you would dance in novice or all-stars and be the best dancer that you can possibly be. So next up, only dance what you want to be judged on, okay? So if I have this amazing move and I can lead it over and over and over and over again, I want to be judged on that move, so I'm going to do it. Versus like the basic sugar push that I did before, I don't want to be judged on this. That's boring. Maybe good for social dancing late night. So I'm going to be doing more of what I want to be seen. And I'm going to pretend that I'm seeing every second of every dance. Because one judge is going to see me on the first 10 seconds. The next judge is going to see me on the last 10 seconds. Cool? All right. Moving on. We have difficulty versus presentation. So there are certain moves that you might learn that have a very low success rate, but they're very difficult, showy moves. So let's say I'm trying to get Tess to stay on her right foot, spin 2.5 times in place, right, and come back around. Well, that's a cool move, super difficult to lead in a division because she wants to interpret the music her way, and then maybe it ends up being a fight. So instead of trying to do a specific move that has a difficulty level of X, if you do that same move that has a slightly less difficult level, then you can do other cool things and not be almost messing up or messing up and have it be judged down because of that. The next thing about how to dance or how not to dance is bad sportsmanship. I drew Tess in this division. Okay, hi, nice to meet you. I really don't want to dance with you. Let's just get through this, I guess. Okay, so be comfortable in your dance. If you don't want to dance with that person, if they're super smelly, if they're looking down all the time, you need to look as best as you can in the dance because you're being judged on your own. Even though judges will say it's a partnership and that if someone's judging me as a leader, they're judging us as a couple, in those 6 seconds, they're watching me. So if I do something that's awesome for me, that's all that really matters. They're ignoring her completely, okay? So no bad sportsmanship and make yourself look really good. For the next part, lifts versus no lifts. In general, you should assume that no lifts are allowed in any division that you're in unless you specifically read the rules ahead of time and they say lifts are allowed. I've been involved in the last 17 years in a few different competitions where someone has taken their partner off the floor by accident or on purpose, and because of that, both of them are out of finals or disqualified. So you want to be really careful. Let's say we're going to like a dip, where if I pop my follower up by accident, her feet come off the ground, if a judge sees that, that could be considered a lift, and they could be out of finals. Followers, unfortunately for you, if the leader decides, hey, I'm going to take this partner and I'm going to lift them off the ground, right? That's something that you may not be able to control unless you just want to floor angel it. So leaders, please don't do lifts unless you know for sure not only it's allowed, but it's in your skill set. Last part for this chapter is closed position versus open position. Leaders, lots of us get stuck in closed position. Open position is lots more better. It's easier to show yourself and your danceability off in because you have more range of movement because you're only attached through your extremities and you have a double arm length from your partner. When we're in closed position, you can get a really good groove on. You can do some really cool footwork stuff. But at the same time, it's not going to show as well. So if you're ending a super awesome move, let's say we're doing this, 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 this. I'm going to end that in open position versus, I don't remember what I just did, but it's something like this, 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 this. That ending is not going to be as conducive to, oh man, look how that ended, versus opening and ending in open position. So hopefully you've learned some stuff about what not to do in your dance, leaders. That's chapter 4.